Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy David. Today we're going to do an oil change on my CBR600RR. I do apologize. We're inside today in the garage, all because of it raining outside, really bad weather. So we're going to go ahead and get this thing on our little lift system and slowly get it changed out.
So I had to stop for a second because I got a call finally from one of the guys that I wanted to buy a stand. He only had the rear left. The front was already sold. Here's the brand. But yeah, it's just a simple stand. So we're gonna try it out. Hopefully it'll help me lift up my bike. I really don't want to have to put it on 2x4s and then lift it up that 4x4. So we'll see if this will help me at least get under there. So let's go ahead and post it up. Alright, awesome. As you guys can see, pretty simple little lift on here. It goes right onto these little suckers. Holds them right up on the pegs. Yeah, there we go. Here's the other side, same thing. Then I'm probably just gonna tighten these down just to make sure they don't move anything around. But the bike itself, it's pretty sturdy. It doesn't move at all, so that's really nice. And I believe I got some clearance now to work under the bike. Oh yeah, I think there should be plenty of clearance. I have a bowl like this that I can drain it into. So look at that, perfect. That's gonna do really well. So as you guys can see already, I removed the side panels just due to wanting me to get it prepped and ready for this little video. Guess what I found? So whenever you're going to buy a motorcycle, let's just say it's better to go in the daylight so you can actually see what you're buying and what kind of condition everything is in. This motorcycle, I have had so many problems already with say just these pegs coming apart. I mean, all these bolts coming off, the whole shifter knob on the other side, this shifter knob coming apart right here, this bolt coming undone, just completely falling out. Then this one right here, this bolt came out. Then this was completely loose, and all these were loose, so I went ahead and took every single bolt off, and same thing on the other side, and put Loctite on it just so it would not back out. It was just really dangerous, and I hated it that the guy sold it to me like this. And so it really sucks when you're buying it for somebody and you don't trust them 100%. But you just can't really trust anybody 100%. So you got to do your own things. So what my point is getting to is this right here. Yesterday when I went ahead and stripped the panels off just to get it ready, this is what I found. Check this out, guys. So this is not exactly what it was, but this is the modifications I had to do. This is what I had to do to be able to even remove this drain bolt, because they used the wrong key on it. It's supposed to be like a bunch of teeth on it and everything like that. I'll show you a picture here what this bolt looked like before I had to weld go to my buddy's house, and he welded a nut for me. Look at that. Did a fine job. And then literally now I can unscrew it with this one. It comes right off. So as soon as I take this off, do my draining, I'm gonna go ahead, and I don't know the exact size of this, so I'm gonna take this to my local parts store and find exact universal bolt. That way I don't have to wait for such a long time for a new one to come in. That way I can actually do my oil change. Otherwise it would suck. So if you're gonna be doing something and you don't have the key, do your best to find the key, or ask a friend, phone a friend, and figure out if they have the key. It is the worst thing when you strip the bolt. And I was literally wanting to remove the whole casing of the engine, like all of this bottom. I was thinking that I would have to remove every single bolt of this, which means I have to remove this whole exhaust piece right here just so I can drop the whole bottom of the engine. Like, when you're buying a bike that has been used, you should definitely not even have that come to your mind. Like, so I hate it when people don't, let's just say I don't like it whenever people don't use the proper tools. Yes, sometimes it's expensive, but hey, you might have a friend, ask around. That's how I was able to actually ask my buddy Daniel, and he was able to actually give me the solution that we could probably weld a nut on top of it and come off, and it worked perfect. So just ask a friend, search for the tool, do the job the right way the first time.
So let's go ahead and already purchase the oil. This is what it looks like.
I like to use Motul. It's calls for 1040. I personally like to do Motul just because, you know, it's made for pretty much racing and just a lot better performance. Keeps the engine a lot more cooler, things like that. Of course, I went with a K&N oil filter, so we're gonna go ahead and do a swap with that. And you know, might as well do, if you're doing one, you do the other. But yeah, just doing small maintenance.
Because the New Year's come around, so Happy New Year's, guys. Go ahead and pop on this, removing the drain plug so we can drain it and go ahead and change the oil.
So he welded a nut on. The 21 that I have fits really nice and snug on there. Just a little bit of movement, but look at it, check it out. Like barely anything, so it's gonna be perfect. It's not gonna let me strip it, so let's go ahead and break it loose. And look at that, just as simple as that, it's already loose. We're just gonna go ahead and put this under here. That way it doesn't spill. All right, and here we go. Look how black this thing is. Guys said it was, already had an oil change, but that definitely does not look healthy. I'm very happy that I'm actually doing this oil change. So now we got the thread pitch and a thread size. We can go to our parts store and see if we can actually find one. I have two laying around, so I'm gonna see if I can actually match this up before I go to the parts store. You know, it's always better to look at what you got before you go ahead and buy, save money, you know. These are the ones that I have right here, but it looks like they're a lot bigger. Just much bigger size, so I will not be able to use these. This one's nice because it's magnetic, but it's really worn out, so that's got to go in the trash can before I use it and strip something else. So let's go ahead and go to the local parts store and grab one of these.
See you there.
First things first, let's not forget our daily dose of candy canes.
Let's hit it. All right, so we just got out of O'Reilly's and we're actually able to find one. It was a M12 1.5 oil plug, so hopefully this one will work. It looked like the thread pitches and everything matched up perfectly. We used one of those little scales, so hopefully this will work out. Let's go back home and let's put it in.
Looks like it's all nice and dry now. Drain everything completely. I like to actually getting on the back one only and just leaving the front down. That way it has a little bit more tilt for the engine. Now let's go ahead and remove this nut on top. Let that vacuum create a little bit more. I'll let it drain a little bit more efficiently, which looks like it is 100%. Sweet. Okay, the only thing will be left for us is to take off that oil filter right there, which shouldn't be that bad. Yeah, just get in between these, and we might get some on the actual pipes and the headers and everything, but it won't be too bad. Go ahead and actually try this bolt out. I want to see if this oil plug will work. Okay. Oh yeah, it's gonna be perfect. I just hope it's not too long. Seem to go all the way in. Oh yeah, that's gonna work amazing. Plus a little spacer in there, rubber spacer, and that way we don't get any leaks or anything like that. The new nut size will be a 17, so let's go ahead and wrench that on there, make it nice and snug. So since I am working in the garage, I went ahead and get a little bit of extra, you know, safety precautions so I don't make any mess. So I went ahead and did this and just lightly unscrewed the oil filter, let it drain as much as I can, and just go little by little like that. It's falling onto one of the headers, that inner one, but that's not going to be as bad as it getting everywhere. So here I'm just sitting waiting for the oil to finally drain. It's just about done, and you know, I had to go make myself some coffee. Some good stuff. You know, of course, it's the holidays. Got to get some cake, some good stuff. If you guys haven't had cake this New Year's or Christmas, I'm sorry, but you got to go get some. But yeah, so just sitting around, you know, I haven't been posting for a long time, mainly just because I've been working on so many different projects. Like my brother-in-law just painted his whole car. I wish I had did a whole video on that. Job came out a lot better than my previous jobs, so really well. Obviously got to do some a little bit more buffing, but it turned out that, you know, the car already had been painted once, and so the color code for the actual car was different, so there was a little bit of mix match, so we'll have to correct a little bit on that, but no big deal. Yeah, just really trying to figure out what I want to do with this channel. It might actually just die out. I might just completely end it. I don't know yet. I'm in the process of, you know, trying to figure out if I want to buy land with my broski and see if I want to build. I'm probably going to build a shop right next to it. Maybe soon to come, probably going to be a couple other projects like some quads, some dirt bikes, a bunch of other stuff like that. I know I did a bunch of videos on my KTM 450 SXF that I had a while ago, and a lot of people like that, and I still to this day get messages about it, how I fixed it, how I got it to start and run and stuff like that. So I'm definitely going to be doing a lot more builds like that. The guy that actually welded this nut for me so I can actually get the drain plug off, he's actually doing a full rebuild of the engine on a YZ250, so it's pretty dope. I actually love it. He has a quad and everything. I don't know if he sold it, but so yeah, definitely going to be doing a lot more builds like that, because I have a bunch of nieces and nephews that are growing up, and I want them to have that experience, you know, that I never had before, because, you know, all the toys that I have and all the vehicles I've ever had, I had to buy them myself, you know. I really pretty much try to make it myself. I try to buy the products myself, the toys and everything, you know. Sometimes you got to have that extra money, and, you know, while I'm in school, and I'm going to be graduating really soon here, hopefully I'll have that extra percentage that I can actually put towards spending more time with my family, spending more time with my nieces and nephews, and getting some toys for them. So there's definitely going to be something coming out like that. If it doesn't come out, then this channel is probably going to be dying off, but I'm sorry. If you guys want me to keep going on this channel, I need some kind of feedback, or let me know down in the description what you guys want to see. Otherwise, you know, it's really hard for me to just step in and start this channel up now, you know, since there's a bunch of automotive channels out there already. But I know I do something more, something like Chris Fix, you know. I actually try to show you guys how to do the things, and, you know, the step-by-step, and how to figure things out when you do step onto some kind of barrier. So personally, I'm that type of guy that likes to save the money and do it myself type of deal. So hopefully I can get you guys more content. Otherwise, sadly, this channel is going to be dying off. But let's go ahead and less talking, more eating of this cake, and let's go ahead and get on this oil change. It's finally fully drained, just a few drops. Go ahead and oil the new oil filter. Open this guy up. This is what it looks like. K&N Performance. There we go. Perfect. Oh wow, this is already pre-oiled. This is pretty nice, but I'm still gonna oil it with the Motul oil before I put it on. Put some in there as well. Last time I had a problem with my old bike. Accidentally, the old gasket right here, it was stuck on the bike, and so when I put this one on, it was all kinked up, so there was a bunch of space, and I went to start the bike and it just leaked everywhere. So don't be like me and actually check twice before you put on your new oil filter. But this is it right here, the KN 204. That is the for the 2006 Honda CBR600RR. So I went ahead and pre-lubed it. As simple as that. Just put it on there, quick couple turns, got it all down. And what I like about these K&Ns was at the end right there, that's a 17 millimeter socket. So I literally went and just crank it down all the way. Of course, not overdoing it, because it's very easy to strip those threads, and so I didn't want to mess it up or anything like that. So next step is actually filling up the engine oil, which is going to be, of course, through here, this little cap that we took off. I'm going to watch this little fill line. You want to make sure at least half of it right there, once it's standing up straight. You got to make sure the bike is straight up and down. So that's why I like it whenever it's actually on the stand. So let's go ahead and start filling it up. Now I'm gonna use this little funnel here to go ahead and fill it up. Got my towel ready, just in case. You obviously wanna fill it up slowly. You don't wanna overdo it, because it'll spill out. It'll mess you up. You gotta give it that juice, you know what I'm saying? Wait for a little bit, settle down, let it go down. I personally really like this Motul stuff. No, I'm not sponsored or anything, but just the smell of it, how nice and easy it cleans up. It's amazing, actually. Yeah, it doesn't stink at all. It's just really nice smell. So yeah, but yeah, for some reason, whenever I use this Motul stuff, I feel like it got a lot more better response. Like the engine just cools down really nice. Throttle response is a lot faster. It's just a lot better. I don't know. No, they're not making me say anything like this. I just personal preference, you know, just letting you know what I use and why I use it. But it's some good stuff. You can use some Castrol, you know, that's some of the cheap stuff. You can do Mobile One, really good stuff as well. I just like the Motul. You know, sometimes I like to get up and go, and if I'm gonna do that often, might as well let the bike, you know, have its juice as well, and be able to perform whenever I need it. You're gonna use the bike to its full potential. You might as well feed it properly. So I went ahead and got it off the stand, because looking at it now, first it was completely full, but now it's like shows that it's empty. So whenever I lean it over, it shows there you go, that proper line. This is the bike standing up 100% straight. So it's a little high, but you know, it's got to go a little bit in the filter and stuff like that. So what am I gonna do is go ahead and open up the garage, pull it out a little bit, let it run, warm up, and just make sure for leaks and everything, and then we can start putting up the plastic pieces. This thing's been lowered 2 inches, but it's still got a tippy toe sometimes, you know. Gonna be a tight squeeze. All right. Sprinkling, but I'm just gonna go ahead and let it run for a little bit, and just let her warm up. Just make sure there's no leaks or anything like that. And yeah, so let's get our neutral. There we go. Bam. Get a cold start for you guys. Let's see. Working good, guys. Oh yeah. Alright, so guys, it looks like we did a really good job. She's not leaking or anything like that. Looks really good. Well, obviously got some fumes going right now because it's so cold outside, but yeah, successful job. The nut that we got for the drain plug turned out really well. Not leaking at all, nothing. And the oil filter was put on properly, so it is working really well. I'm really happy. So I'm gonna let it run for just a little bit, and then, you know, close it, turn it off, put it back in the garage, put the plastics on. Alright, so the plastics are 100% on. There was one bolt here, one here. There's two back here, right there, 1, 2. 2 right there, 1, 2, and 2 more up front. Same thing on the other side.
Not all of them are from Honda. You know, I had to use some on my own. Again, bunch of screws were left out from when I was purchasing the bike from that guy. So that is gonna be a wrap up for this video. Really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys did and want this channel to stay alive, please leave a like, subscribe if you haven't, and I'm gonna try to do my best and answer if you guys have any questions, and do my best to post more videos for you. Hope you guys have a great new year. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for the support. Till next time, peace.